Hi everyone, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you're listening from, whatever day it is. But anyways, my first video for 2023, we've had a really rough last month. But anyways, everything's better now. Welcome to Margaret's Kitchen, Comidas de mi Familia, Tu Sangre es Tu Sangre, my authentic New Mexico cookbook. Today I am going to be making a tamale, a tamale bake, casserole, bake, whatever you want to call it. Anyways, it's something that I do. You always make a lot of tamales during the Christmas holiday season. So you make different things throughout the year. Hey, remember to hit the subscribe button, give me a thumbs up, and invite all your friends and family to be a part of Margaret's Kitchen. I strive to always be nice. I don't treat people bad. I treat people really well. I treat them how I want to be treated. Um, and that's all I ever expect, even from my own channel. That's what I expect. So be nice. Some of your comments crack me up. I get a kick out of some of those comments. But you know what? I strive to always be nice. And I love talking. It's my cocina, it's my kitchen. If you're here visiting with me, which that's what I consider that you're doing, is visiting with me, I'm going to talk to you. So anyways, I already have my flour in my oil, and it's browning. And this way I can put my blended red chili in, which you can see my blend back here that I've already done. So my flour is in my oil, and it's already all, ready for my chile. So while I'm doing the tamale bake, we're going to have tamales, and we're going to put the tamales, and we're going to put the red chili on top, and I'm going to top it with some, what do you call it, cheese, just like an enchilada casserole. So whatever you want to call it. Anyways, that's going to be our lunch today. I already have all my chile, and it's probably more than what I'm going to use, maybe. But anyways, I'm going to put it in here. You can hear it sizzling, so my pan is nice and hot. And but anyway, so that way while I'm doing everything else, the chile will start to, cook a little bit, which blended chili to me is just amazing. I'm gonna put a little bit of water in here to clean out my container. So it's about a cup. Anyway, so I'm gonna put it in here, and I might need more water, who knows. But anyway, so I'm going to mix it up, and I always have my salt and my garlic and and a little bit of oregano. My mom used oregano. I think oregano is one of those things. It's a staple, and I know a lot of people that just use oregano. And so this is New Mexico chili from my father-in-law's garden. And so, anyways, as you all know, he always gives me all his chile. Or he grows it for me, I should say, and which I'm very grateful, and stuff. My father-in-law is he's 85 years old, and he loves to garden. It's a smaller garden every year. It's a little bit smaller, but I'm blessed. I get all the chile. So look at this. It's just gonna cook slowly, and I just really need it to heat up because it'll, just get a little thick. And I'm going to probably have to add a little bit more water to this. We'll see. Anyways, I don't add chicken broth. I don't add beef broth unless I'm cooking with beef or pork for my chile. But right now it's just chile solo, because it's going to go in my, on top of the tamale casserole. So anyways, so while this is cooking poco poquito, I'm going to get started here. So anyways, I bag my tamales in a freezer bag, of course. And then what I do is I pack them in 3. This came from my daughter, Rachel. This is how she packs them. And it makes sense. It really just makes a lot of sense. Because this way, sometimes you don't want to heat up the whole bag of tamales. And you go and you freeze a dozen together, it's hard to pull them apart. So anyways, and you don't want to defrost the whole thing. So anyways, so mijita Rachel, this is how she does it. And I think it's pretty brilliant, actually, that she does it this way. So anyways, so here's the tamales that we made. Mijitas and I made all these tamales. And we didn't make as many as we normally do because Mijita Rachel makes them throughout the year. Because her family loves tamales. So she makes the chicken ones and the red ones, you know. And then she'll make some cheese ones and stuff. So, which is nice, you know. And so we always get with her. So anyways, this is my casserole dish. Just use your casserole dish. So these are 6 nice tamales. So I'm going to unwrap them. No, I'm not going to put the hoja. It's just measuring. So anyways, so that's what's been going on. So anyways, so that's pretty, this is really intuitive. I love doing this. You know, I love cooking now that we were in California for, you know, for our Primo Tony's services. He died very unexpectedly. So really my video today, because he loved New Mexico cooking. And so I'm going to dedicate it to him today. And, and stuff. So that's what I'm doing. So anyways, so we should just call it our Tony Bake, right? Since I'm dedicating it to him. But anyway, so this is all I do. And so, like I said, I have my chile over there, and I'm just, you know, heating it up a little bit, cooking it a little bit, you know. And because I do soak my chili. Oh yes, I soak my chili in my very clean stainless steel sink. And it is cleaner than most sinks, I'll tell you that much. And it's not gross. I don't know why those comments come in. Y que bárbaro. But anyways, my sink, that's how my mom did it. My mother never poisoned any of us. So, and her sink, oh my God, my mother is 77 years old, 78 years old, I should say. And, you know, you could eat off her floors because that's how clean my mother's house is. And so that's how she taught us. And so anyways, so her sink, let me tell you, it is spotless. And stuff, and she's never poisoned us. So anyways, and that's how I learned. We learned from our families. You know, we learned from our grandmas, our, you know, our mothers, you know, just those tias and, you know, that cooked all our lives. And so they taught us. And so, you know what? So yeah, it's not gross. Okay? And so, yeah, those comments, que bárbaro, you know, and I get a kick out of some of the comments, you know, because, you know, Dios mío. But anyway, so, ooh, this chili's coming out delicious, let me tell you. You'll get to see it in a minute. And you know, when I'm filming by myself, it's very difficult for me to try to carry the camera from here to there. I don't have it on my head. You know, I don't have multiple cameras. It's just mine. That's it, just one. And so anyways, I'm working on saving money because I want to get me an overhead mirror, cooking mirror. And so you guys will see even more. So I'm saving some money so that I could buy that and stuff. That way when my son-in-law is unable to help me, you know, which, you know, my David, he will help me when he can. And we're just ready for him to retire so he could come help his mother-in-law. Ven a ayudar la suegra. But anyway, so that's, you know, that's what's happening. But yeah, you know, I was blessed, you know, God gave me the gift of cooking and I, you know, he's the reason I love to cook so much, you know, and handed down from my family, you know, I mean, that's what's important to me. You know, that's how I see it. So I'm blessed. I am really blessed to be able to know how to cook and stuff. And so, like I said, this is something simple, nothing major. Like I said, I was craving tamales and, oh man, there's nothing like a good tamal. And we make good tamales. Did I just toot my own horn? Anyways, but again, you know what? I learned the tamale making business from my mother because she made good tamales. Now it's my sisters that gather with her to make tamales. I don't, but a few of my sisters do. And you know, now a lot, like one of my sister-in-laws, you know, her daughter loves to make tamales, and so they get together and they make tamales. And so I'm gonna open this one up a little bit, and we'll just put it here on this side. Put it on this side. I'll just break them up a little bit. It's perfect. See? That's it. Nice, huh? So anyway, so now, waiting for the chili a little bit so I can put it in. Get a napkin. Let me mix my chile. And I have my oven set at 350. Oh man, look at this. Yummo! Yum, 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 yum. Anyways, but yeah, I tell you, you know, and I don't know, a lot of people are calling red chile sauce. And we've always just called it chile. Never have used the word sauce. You know, you see that that sauce in a can or things like that, you know, that isn't from here. And so it just cracks all of us up because, you know, when you say red, I read somewhere they said red sauce and green sauce. And it's like, no, it's chile, you know, it's chile. And so I just crack up at that because, you know, I heard that a few times. I've heard it and I read it and it's just hilarious. I get a kick out of it. Oh man. Let me get I'm gonna get and then what I did over the holiday is I switched all my cabinets, moved everything, redid all my kitchen cabinets, and so now I have to think, where did I put that? I mean, how many of us have done that, verdad? But anyways, so this is gonna be our lunch today. I'm gonna move this spoon because I'm gonna use the ladle. I think I'm getting better because my videos aren't as long as they used to be. Oh, I scratched my... nariz. Oh, that's a lot of chili. Yum! Well, the thing is that you want it to soak, but you don't want it to be dry either. So this is a lot of chili. One more scooper. Oh, yum. I'm gonna put this back on the stove. Put it on low. Oh man. Well, you know, like I said, I loved, you know, red chili is probably my favorite. Look at this. Yum. Okay, so now I'm gonna put my cheese on top. And you know, I have one of my very good friends, she doesn't like cheese, so it's always usually just the red chile and the corn tortillas, you know, because she doesn't eat cheese. And in this house, forget it. I love cheese. There's nothing like just cheese sandwiches, yeah. And I put a lot of cheese. I think it's you know, and stuff. So now I put some onions, ahora. Okay, now I'm gonna do my cebolla. Oh, let me wash my hands because I did. Because I touched my upper lip. I don't want somebody to be yelling and saying, "Oh my God!" My dad used to have a saying. Every time, you know, somebody would say, you know, "Oh my God, that's so gross," or whatever, And Dad would always say, "Híjola, tan limpias y tan puercas," you know, because it would be like, you're always, you think you're so clean and yet you're dirty too, and he would just, that was just like a joke for him, because he would tell us that, say, "Dad, oh my God," and he would just crack us up because he would say the funniest things. And so anyways, so I was thinking about that now that I said that. The elder generation, they really do have a lot of different sayings, and stuff. And today I think people get offended, by everything. No matter what you do, everybody just gets offended. And I know growing up, it used to be that your tios, everybody helped raise you, or everything was about caring and loving and kindness and compassion. It was never "y que mitote" or whatever, how gossiping or this or that. It wasn't, your family, and it's okay. But now, Dios mío, everybody gets offended for everything. And I don't understand that concept, I always tell my kids, I said, that it's you guys together all the time. All you guys have is each other, because we only have the two girls. And so even the grandkids, our oldest granddaughter, of course, I've told you guys before, she's in heaven. But the other three, and we always tell them, you guys just have each other. Don't, love each other, respect each other, and just be kind. Be kind, just love one another. So there it is. Mira. Mix my chili one more time. And lower it. God, the chili came out good. So we'll put it in my oven. It's only for about, 20 minutes or so. And so in the meantime, I have my tomatoes, my lechuga, and the rest of my onion, so that, for topping. And so that's what we're going to do now. And then, of course, we won't need any more cheese. But so while that's in there, I'm going to cut the vegetables for that. And then, my kitchen, I love huevos. So I love a nice fried egg on top of my tamales. Oh my God. And of course, you guys have seen me make the tamale omelet, so I love it, And so, anyways, but yeah, I always tell everybody, just be nice, That's what's important. Just be nice. You don't have to lie or anything, just be nice. Treat people the way you want to be treated. That's what I always say. And yes, I have to talk. Look at all this peel. Okay. So I'm going to cut this up real quick, because I love, a lot of cebolla. I'm an onion person. And then, cheese, whatnot, And and if you want to put more tamales, go ahead. But it's only us. It's only hubby and I, So I won't do any more than that, because it's only us. As a matter of fact, he'll probably just eat two. I'm the one who ends up eating it all, So I'll eat it, throughout the day, the next few days. That's probably the only thing that I honestly do eat leftovers on, is when it comes to the enchiladas and things like that. I love it. Hubby can have either way. He does. He's like, nah, I really have a bowl of cereal. He's just, he's not a big eater like I am. And yes, I just said I'm a big eater. And what do you call it? Let me get my, I can put it all in here. Anyways, he's not a big eater. So, I'm the one. Hey, my God. Me and my girls, we love enchiladas and tamales, and who doesn't? And then their kids are the same way. So, It's like, I think the only person is my one of my grandsons. He doesn't like tacos. He's just not a taco person, and so he cracks us up because he's not a taco person, and we're like, mijito, pues por qué? Why? And he's just not his thing. I'm gonna rinse these, even though I had already rinsed them, but I'm gonna rinse them again. How many wash their vegetables and stuff before you put them in the refrigerator? Because that's something that I do. I started doing more and more of just doing that. Because so many, everybody's sick. I mean, so I try to, wash my stuff before, because everybody touches everything at the store, especially your vegetables and your fruit and stuff. So I come home and I wash everything, and I just think it's important. You just don't know, who's touched it, or como dicen todos, let's see whose hands are clean and stuff. So anyways, but hey, remember to subscribe to my channel. I would really, really appreciate it. I love cooking. I love sharing. I love just doing all this New Mexico food. I just love it. It's our authentic food. I saw something last night on Facebook, and they were talking about cumin. And, my family, people start getting into, oh, I've been here since since the 1800s or whatever. Well, cumin isn't a staple for most New Mexicans. We haven't used it. I mean, I shouldn't say most. I should just say, for some of us, because my family, I don't care who it is in my extended family, I've never seen any of them use it. So I think it's just one of those things that maybe yes, maybe no. It's not something that I put in our chili. None of my relatives put cumin in the chile, and it gives it a very different taste and a flavor, I should say. And so I think that most New Mexicans, we just want to eat that chile. We don't want to taste anything but that chili and that fire, in our chile. And so I think that's basically what it comes down to. Like cilantro. I love cilantro. It's not something my mom used or my grandma's or anybody used it. Nobody did. And but I like it, and I'll use it in my salsas, or when I make a caldo de res, I'll use it for that, for garnish. But to say for anything else, I really just don't. And cumin, if I'm making a Mexican dish, excuse me. If I'm making a Mexican dish from Mexico or something that calls for cumin, then I'll do that. But for the most part, it's not a staple in my family. And so I just think that, that is something that you probably grew up with, maybe. But I read a lot of different recipe books. Oh, excuse me. I read a lot of true New Mexico cookbooks that were written by New Mexicans that have been here for generations and generations and generations and generations, and that that were part of that were here. I read somewhere where somebody said, well, we were here when New Mexico became a state. Okay, well, we were here way before that. Since the 1700s, we have calculated our family being here way before. But it still doesn't matter. The thing about it is that this is what I grew up with. We didn't grow up with certain types of spices. So, yeah. So, and I do say that a lot. It's not something, because I try to tell everybody, it's not something I grew up with. But, you cook for your own family. But anything else, it's for your own family. I always say that, because like I said earlier, my mother has never poisoned any of us, and we've been eating her food all our lives. I'm 61 years old, and She's all, just like washing her chili in the sink. Oh well, you know, my mother is very clean. She taught us all the same way, and so I don't get it sometimes, you know, why people, you know, think it's okay to, you know, to tell us that, oh my God, that's gross. Well, unless you live somewhere or you live in that house, you don't know that, you know. So remember that next time there's comments or you want to comment on something, no matter whose page it is, you know, it's, you know, everybody has their own mañas, you know, their own mañas. So anyways, but this is the lettuce I'm using today. Sometimes I use iceberg. I like iceberg too, but I also like romaine. And put it on top, and just like an enchilada. And I'll put my like a fried egg, and it'll go on top. Somebody said, I don't got time to be watching you cut up vegetables or cut up peel potatoes. And it's like, okay, just hit fast forward. Ay, 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 gente. You just get a kick out of you guys, you know. And I know sometimes we just feel like we just need to comment. Just stop to say something, you know. Just give it a thumbs up, you know. Hello. You know, and I'll invite you to come and eat in my kitchen anytime. You know, come on, you know, and stuff. So down. And what this has taken about 5-10 minutes maybe to cut up all this, and I bet you anything that I'm gonna put this in my yum. Okay, so here's the lechuga, tomates, cebolla, and the huevos. I'll put this aside. Rinse my hands. And I get the little sauce, the little pan out, so that I can fry the egg. Oh my God. I'm gonna pull it out so you guys can see what it's looking like. Look. Doesn't it look good? So I'm gonna leave it in the oven for just a little bit longer. And I'm gonna put some oil in here. And then we're gonna fry it up. And we'll get it out. Don't forget, if you guys wanna order my Authentic New Mexico cookbook, Comidas de mi Familia, www.nmcookbookmariabaca.com. So don't forget, thumbs up and subscribe to my channel and order my cookbook. Anyways, let me get the plate. Everybody's gonna say, how come you just didn't have all that ready? Because I didn't decide until what plate I was gonna use or anything until now. So, and it's okay. Like I said, none of my videos edited or anything. So you guys get the full effect of me cooking and stuff and what I do in my kitchen. And so, anyways, but yeah, too funny. Okay, turn that down. This here. I put the huevos here. And then cheese. We're not gonna use any more cheese. So just gonna put this away. Mira, y todo está bien limpio. I'm gonna turn on my teapot, well, my Keurig, because I'm gonna make me up some tea for my out of tea, out of something to drink, ¿verdad? Okay, so I'm gonna pull it out of the oven, get my egg in here first. That way it's cooking. Ooh, yum. Oven. Oh my God. This smells divine. Look at this. Looks great. Let me use the just use this one. So I'm gonna put the egg on top. Doesn't this look great? Yum. Let me bring it close. Let me see if I can move the camera a little bit so you guys can see it. Doesn't it look nice? There. I'm gonna turn my egg. Okay. Serve. Oh, yum. Let me just get the smaller one for now, because that way I'm gonna eat after a while with hubby. Get some of the cheese. And then I'm going to do a little bit more onion, because I love onion. I'm going to do the tomatoes. And then I'm going to throw my egg on top. Mira. Let me do it this way. Yeah. You get a fork. Isn't this amazing? There's some of the tamale. Nice. Let me turn around a little bit. You guys can see the inside. See? Yummo. Now this is amazing. Hey you guys, thank you for tuning into my Margaret's Kitchen. Thank you for being a part of my channel. And you know what? Go out there and be nice. Don't forget to do your squats. Do your squats. You know, and practice being nice. Be sweet. Be kind. Give it all to God. Something's bothering you, give it to the man upstairs. You know what? He carries us. He carries us. He really does. He loves us. He carries us. And he's here for us. So just remember that, you know, next time you want to be mean to somebody, remember the man upstairs and stuff, you know. That's what's important. Not being mean to people. Not being ugly to people. You know, so be nice. Welcome and thank you for Margaret's Kitchen. And we'll talk to you soon. Don't forget, or you can order my cookbook, Comida de mi Familia. You know, www.nmcookbook. mariabaca.com. Love you guys. Talk to you soon. God bless you. Go out and make it a beautiful day or night, whatever time you're watching this at. Bye. Adios. Thumbs up.